Hey, welcome. In this video, let's talk about those red flags that you should avoid in your Minnesota or Western Wisconsin inspection. My name's Travis Anderson, your local real estate expert. Let's get started. First thing to consider is choosing the right inspector. In Minnesota specifically, the inspector does not have to be licensed. So you could, stumble upon a bad inspector. That's not uncommon. Many of my clients have a family member that's in construction, maybe a friend who's in the fire inspections area, and they have a cousin come in or do something like that. Listen, you can choose your own inspector, that's fine, but I think it's a red flag. You really want to have someone that's doing 2, 3, 4, 5 home inspections every single week, maybe 10 home inspections every single week. They're going to know what to look for because they're experts in that category. Please avoid hiring Uncle Joe or Aunt Sally to walk through the property and give you their opinion. You're really going to want to hire an inspector who's licensed and one that actually does inspections on a high level in Minnesota and Western Wisconsin. Hey, the second thing that I see, and I see this a lot, is sometimes not all of the decision makers are either at the inspection, hearing it firsthand, or maybe they don't hear it at all. So if you're buying a home with another person and you're not the only decision maker, please be sure that your spouse, your business partner, your purchase partner, whomever it is that is part of making the decisions, that they're aware of all of the conditions to the property before you move forward. I've seen this in the past. I've seen relationships falter. What we need to make sure we're doing, avoid this red flag, avoid making decisions by yourself if there's another decision maker involved. Get everyone that's making the decision on the purchase also reviewing the inspection report so everyone has a better understanding about the condition of that property. And lastly, and this is probably the biggest, most common, is your inspector is going to be there for 2 hours, maybe 3 hours looking at the home. Do not assume that the inspector is going to find every defect. In fact, it's a certainty that they won't. Inspectors are going to do a very good job starting on the roof, finishing in the basement, and looking around the property for what they might deem a defect. But no inspector is as good as you living on the property for a couple of weeks or maybe even a couple of months. You're going to notice much more about the property's condition when you live in it. So don't assume that the inspector is going to find everything. What you're hiring an inspector for is to find those reasons that might cause you not to buy the home, or find those things that must be negotiated in order for you to continue to move forward. Do not assume the inspector is going to find everything. That's a huge red flag. If you've got questions about red flags or other questions about inspections, shoot me a call, shoot me a text, hit me up in the comments section. And in today's market update, let's look at the average home sale in Eagan, Minnesota. The average home in Eagan in the last 12 months sold for $404,000. It's a 3-bed, 2-bath home, 2,100 square feet, built in 1986. Now, single-family homes make up 52% of all the home sales in Eagan, and those averaged $516,000. They're a 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom home, 2,650 square feet, built in 1985. For those townhomes, which make up 48% of all the sales, it's $283,000. Those are a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom home with 1,517 square feet, built in 1988. Hey, my name's Travis Anderson, your local real estate expert. And as always, thanks for watching, and all my best to you and yours.